僕が金になびく男に見えるとでも？
見えるわ。
その通りだ。
This anime is going to be pretty good. History won't remember The Shadow of Eminence as a masterpiece, especially when you look at its competition this season. It doesn't have the prestige of Bleach, it doesn't have the talent behind Chainsaw Man, and it's definitely not going to have anyone in tears like Mob Psycho will. But what the Eminence and Shadow does have is...
God damn, he's hitting that fucking mean split. Did you see that? Yo, look at that fucking split he's hitting. What the fuck?
It has some funny shit. The Eminence and Shadow is about this dude who's obsessed with being an overpowered badass who looks completely average on the outside. He'll do anything to look like an NPC. Nerf his own grades, look like an ass in public, even watch Bob's Burgers. Anything's on the table. While behind the scenes...
I'm Batman!
He's Batman.
I'm Batman.
See? He's Batman. Sid's got a huge problem though. As much as he trains, there's limits to how powerful humans can grow. You can beat people up, sure, but can you dodge bullets? What about a nuke? The only way to get stronger is with magic.
More power.
That means more power in English. The bus hits him, he wakes up in another world as a baby, you already know. The fun happens past the point of knowing what's going on, which is quite soon. Sid's solitary goal is to troll the fuck out of the audience. There's this episode where Sid's kid sister is kidnapped in the dead of night, leaving Sid as the only person capable of saving her. Instead of panicking, Sid triples the fuck down on his roleplay.
If that's where the bitch is, I'm gonna do something most regrettable.
It works. He finds the guy who kidnapped his sister. He's still role-playing, by the way. He murders the bad guy and goes back to pretending to be a bitch the very next day. Every Discord server needs a guy like Sid. The story is dead set on moving in whatever direction the author felt like farting that day. One time, a terrorist attack breaks out in their school. Everyone's freaking out. Sid has got to be off the K2 because this motherfucker starts smiling. He realizes this is the perfect opportunity to fake his own death and look extremely feeble. Then he gets into the roleplay jammies and starts decapitating people in secret. Excuse me? The whole point of the show is that Sid makes random explanations for everything crazy going on in the world, and by sheer coincidence and, author interference, it turns out to be completely true. According to Sid, the world is actually run by the demon cult Diablos, who seeks to harness the power upon his death to defeat Diablos' terrible Sid's Shadow Garden knows of it and defeat the cult. Does he know any of... No, but he's right. It's quite interesting to see how Sid's whims and made-up nonsense actually leads to plot progression. There's a massive betrayal, a series of murders from people copying Shadow Garden, all sorts of stuff, mostly because Sid thinks stuff like that is dope. You never really know what's gonna happen or how it's gonna tie into the main story. You just know it's gonna be pretty cool. The main dude is playing a game where he's the coolest guy in the world. Everyone else has no idea he's just fucking around. They see him being isekai Batman and assume, oh, this guy's bout it. He is, because look at this. While also being super self-aware and ironic. You can laugh at what's going on screen and think it's pretty cool because his actions do have consequences and he is overpowered. Side note. Anyway, the fights are brutal. I was not expecting people to be minced like garlic, and I definitely didn't expect it to actually look good because the production is spotty sometimes. On other occasions, there's serious detail. There's this moment where Sid puts his stuff away and the bag he's carrying rips off his shoulder with a metallic thud. I didn't catch it until my second watch, because by then I realized that bag is probably full of weights that he's constantly training with. They don't mention that at all. There are gorgeous landscape shots. The world is drawn like someone was actually paid to care. But I've detected some High Guardian spicisms. Don't treat me like I'm stupid. This chair is made out of real life. I looked it up, and this anime is made by Dick Butt Studios. You might know them from making Nothing Good Ever. I'm torn. The Eminence and Shadow is really good at wielding tropes against you to catch your ass off guard. Captain, what even is that monster?
Calm down and get the civilians to safety. I'll hold it off.
Captain! But that's also where I have beef with the anime. One time, Sid goes out of his way to get rejected in the most scientifically cringe way possible. That scene is so fire. This was not funny. Let me show you how the manga did it. Princess Alexia.
Background character confession technique. Tremble visibly. Avert gaze nervously. At 1/10 of a second, raise your right hand. Hold it there. The optimal gap is slightly distant, 72 inches. Discombobulate. Immediately drop to a 90-degree angle.
Please go out with me. That's how you should have done it. Dickbutt Studios might not be entirely at fault. The anime was based on the light novel, not the manga. What I enjoyed and experienced will differ a bit from the anime, and I've heard that the manga exaggerates some of the scenes for comedic effect. Comments like this say, manga is over-exaggerated. Light novel is the source. If you hate it, don't watch it, yada yada yada. Hey, that'll do, fucker. That'll do. In comedy, people aren't tall, they're humongous. People don't just smell, they're putrid. You're supposed to over-exaggerate. Take this scene straight out the manga. Yep, I do love hot springs.
No, I'm surprised you're not staring. Mixed bathing is always a struggle when you're as beautiful as I am.
Someone's feeling confident. Hot springs are sacred places, you know. Besides,
The sunrise is more beautiful anyway.
and by the way, could you stop staring at my Excalibur?
You call that thing Excalibur? Now who's feeling confident?
Don't. Judge a book by its cover.
When the holy sword is drawn from its scabbard, its blade will be unleashed, sending you on a journey to the Garden of Chaos.
What the fuck?
Pretty goofy, maybe not hilarious, but I quite like the scene. Let's take away exaggeration.
I'm surprised you're not looking at me. Mixed bathing is always hard when you're this pretty.
No, I appreciate hot springs a lot. Anyway, I'd rather stare at the sunset. By the way, could you not stare at my privates?
Oh, my bad.
Okay, bye! Something was less funny there. The anime is still dumb fun. I'm a little disappointed by how it's being adapted, but something is keeping me watching. I don't know if it's the stupid-ass hijinks, the ridiculous main character, or the fact that the last 2 episodes were much better than the first 2. Check it out. It's looking good so far, and if that's not your thing, you know these shows are going to be way better. Why not watch those? Sponsored by Nord.
Front door's open, I'll get it. I got it, Jeff.
Today's shout out goes to Desiree Olden. Thanks for watching.
Please,
Oh, I forgot my VPN.
Pack it up, false alarm. It is a type of game which allows you to design your own game or play games that are created by other users.
So, this isn't actually what Nord does, I just thought it would be funny. Nord's really useful though. Have you ever tried watching a video on Discord and accidentally clicked the God damn, I downloaded the video! Don't even trip. Nord's feature, Threat Protection, scans every file you download, including the stuff you meant to download, the stuff that you know might have viruses because you shouldn't have downloaded it. But between you and I, here's what I've used Nord for. Not to brag, but I've hacked the Roblox mainframe on my school's Wi-Fi. Seriously. You know how schools block certain sites? Yeah, just use a VPN and that shit's imaginary. You're in. In fact, any site or service trying to look at the shit you're doing on your computer will be denied. VPNs essentially mask your internet usage from anyone trying to take a peek. Simply click on one of Nord's gazillion servers and bam, I'm from England, as far as anyone knows. Why would I ever want to be? Well, that's a different question. Avoid bans on websites. Protect yourself from people who want your shit. Watch shows on Netflix that aren't available in your country. If you're a heavy internet user, I wholeheartedly believe you should have a VPN of some kind. There's tons of VPNs out there. But Nord is super user-friendly. Stuff like threat protection goes above what your standard VPN is going to have. And you can use my link, nordvpn.com/Scamboli, for a fat discount. Thanks for watching. See ya.